We are here with the one and only Jackie Patterson, aka the Fly Lawyer. If you live in Atlanta, you already know who this man is. He needs no introduction. You've seen his billboards all over Atlanta. Jackie, it's a pleasure to be sitting here with you. Tell us, how did you get into law? How did you become an attorney?
You know, after high school, I went in the Army. I was an Army paratrooper. Then I got out and I joined the Atlanta Police Department. And from seeing lawyers in court, people that I arrest, lawyers would defend them. So I kept saying, you know, that lawyer has to be making at least $100,000, and I'm making $15,000.
Oh, wow.
And so, and then my life was on the line as a police officer. So I think that interest came, and that's how it began. And in fact, there was one lawyer named Michael Bergen that represented a client that I had arrested. And Michael Bergen just cut me up on the stand. He made it look like I wanted to get promoted by making a lot of arrests. And I said, that's the kind of lawyer that I want to be. And so I ended up working for Michael Bergen as an intern while I was in law school. And so that's how it started.
I love it. And your style, y'all, his style is so fly. He has literally, Brandon is on point. Fly Lawyer, Jackie Patterson, right, the Fly Lawyer chain. How did you get your style? What inspired your style? I love it.
You know, just like my rap song says, it's just in me. And so I just enjoy making sure that people get a fair trial. It is important that when people are accused of a crime, whether they're innocent or guilty, they still have constitutional rights. And that's what I focus on when I'm defending my clients.
Absolutely. Have you always been this fly?
No. Early on, you know, I wore the bell bottoms, you know, back in the 90s, had the afro, you know, but as times change, you progress and you create your own style. So my name became the Fly Lawyer because I considered myself the flyest lawyer in America. And so I actually went to court and changed my name. So my name used to be Jackie Glenn Patterson. Now it's Jackie the Fly Lawyer Patterson. But when I go to court, I just simply say the Fly Lawyer here for Mr. Smith or Mr. Jones, and the judges and the lawyers all recognize that.
Wow, I love that. So you were a judge. You had like a judgeship, right?
Absolutely.
Tell me about that.
That came to be where down in the city of Greenville, Georgia, I had a jury trial down there, and the mayor heard about me for some reason. Her name was Ruby Bird. And Mayor Ruby Bird in Greenville, Georgia contacted me and said, I would like to fire my judge and hire you. I thought she was just kidding. And she said, be in my office in a couple of weeks and we're going to swear you in. And I was a judge in the city of Greenville from 2000 to 2014. And then I spent time, I was sworn in by Mayor Kasim Reed in the city of Atlanta to be a part-time municipal court judge in Atlanta. So I spent a total of 20 years as a judge as a municipal court. In fact, let me just be a little bit more specific. Georgia has been around for 290 years. There's never been a judge or lawyer rather in the history of Georgia that's ever been a police officer, a police chief, a municipal court judge, state court judge, superior court judge, and prosecutor. I am the only lawyer, and there will never be another one in the next 290 years. That's correct.
Wow, one of a kind.
Yes.
Wow, that is such a coincidence that it started like that. You got a phone call from the mayor, hey, I want you to be a judge. That is amazing.
Yes, it's been such an honor. It's been a blessing. And that's why I make sure anyone that came before me as a judge, that I made sure the prosecutor played fair. Because you, as a judge, you're not a defense attorney. You're a referee. So I am the buffer between the long arm and the heavy arm of the state versus the defendant. So it's important that judges, all you can ask of a judge is that make sure everybody plays fair.
Absolutely. Do you think you would have been a judge had you not gotten that phone call?
No, because I just somehow or another, I enjoy practicing law so much, but when some opportunities come along, it's only a one in a lifetime situation. So I was not going to pass that up.
Wow.
Yes.
I know you said you love practicing law, but do you ever miss being a judge?
No, because after 20 years, you felt like you've done it all as a judge. And so you just, it's time to move on.
Yes.
Yes.
And you were a prosecutor.
Yes, I was a special prosecutor. I was appointed by Solicitor General Keith Gamage of the Fulton County Solicitor's Office. So my job was to come in, not only train solicitors, but in case the Solicitor General had a conflict of interest, let's say some rapper got arrested that the solicitor may have a close relationship with, then I would be the one to prosecute that person.
Wow. Okay. You've had like a long span of like legal background, police officer, police chief, prosecutor, judge, attorney. What words of wisdom would you give to young people who want to pursue a career in law?
I think the most important thing is that you can't let anything ever interfere with your professionalism and, more importantly, your ethics.
Amen.
Because ethics as a lawyer is what most lawyers get in trouble with, because the temptation is always there.
Yeah.
But you always have to remember that it is important that once your image is ruined, it's impossible to get it back.
Wow.
Yes.
And I'm sure that impacts getting clients, your reputation, your image, right?
That is correct,
Yeah.
because when people view you as the go-to lawyer, you have to make sure you always maintain that standard of professionalism and ethics.
And he's the go-to lawyer in Atlanta. So if you need a lawyer, call the Fly Lawyer, okay? Period.
And don't forget my music career.
Yes. Okay, I wanted to get into that. So it seems like you've been reinventing yourself, right?
Yes.
And I love that, because sometimes we often find ourselves getting complacent, but I love that you've been able to just keep reinventing yourself. When did you start your rap career?
That started about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And what happened, I represented a rapper's brother in court. When I was hired, he already had an attorney, but he was facing 8 years in prison. And when he hired me, I went in and got all of his felonies dropped and got him reduced to a misdemeanor, and he only served 6 months in the county jail. And at that point, the rapper that I'm familiar with, his name is Stunner. And so I told Stunner, hey, I said, why don't you just make me a song about the Fly Lawyer?
There we go.
And lo and behold, he created Win For You. And then the second song was Fly Lawyer Sauce. That one talks about my drip. The third song is Keep You Out That Sale. And the one that's coming out in the next 2 weeks, now that I drive a Rolls Royce and a Maybach, as you can see the signs in the rear.
Hello.
The new song is called Maybach and Rolls Royces. As Rick Ross says, Maybach and Rolls Royces. And but that song will be out, and everything is on Apple Music.
Yeah.
So feel free to download Win For You, Fly Lawyer Sauce, Keep You Out That Sale, and coming up soon, Maybach and Rolls Royces. Also, I have 2 music videos, and make sure you download those. It's Keep You Out That Sale, and the one that's coming out very soon, we're doing a music video release for Fly Lawyer Sauce, coming soon.
I love it.
And my Instagram is The Fly Lawyer.
Hello. Okay, period. Y'all see the drip. Well, Jackie, thank you. Any last things you want to say or mention, something that we didn't cover?
Yes, if you're in Georgia, if you're fighting that case, you know what to do. Make one phone call, and the Fly Lawyer is coming through.
Yes, sir. Okay, period. I love it. Thank you, Jackie. Bye, guys.